Karen actually happens to be in the front row. Hi, Karen.
Hi.
How are you?
Excellent, thank you.
How did you get here to the studio today?
Well, I continued and I turned left on Sunset Boulevard along North Wilton Place. I continued 1 mile and arrived via Melrose Avenue at my destination.
Wait a minute. I know that voice.
I
know that voice too. You guys have any idea? This is Karen Jacobson, known as the GPS girl. Karen's voice is used on over 50 million GPS devices.
I love it.
So, Karen, I have to ask you, because you have a fabulous voice, but how did you get this job? It's so unique.
It was an audition. I had lived in New York City for a couple of years. My agent said there was a client looking for a native Australian female voiceover artist living in the northeast of the United States. And I thought, well, that's me. And I went to the audition, I got the job, and recorded almost 50 hours of script to create this voice system.
But your voice it's your livelihood, right? Have you ever thought about insuring it?
I have, because I've got to be able to project my voice for long periods of time and to really take care of it. So I'm really quite interested in knowing what the process is. Do you have more information?
Well, to make a long story short, Lloyd's of London, as Holly mentioned, does a lot of these special insurance policies, and it requires a rigorous process of figuring out what's the health of your vocal cords. And Dr. Orden, they probably take a physical look with a scope.
You would go see an ear, nose, and throat doctor who's going to do a pretty extensive examination. They'd put a little tube down your throat, which we've done on the show. They're going to make sure your vocal cords, everything is neat and clean down there. And they're going to talk to you about risk factors, too. If they're going to decide to insure your vocal cords, they want to make sure you're doing all of the right things. So, a couple things. Obviously, you don't want to abuse your voice. So no straining your voice, screaming, yelling. Whispering actually is not good either. You want to make sure the humidity stays pretty much the same, 40 to 50%. You don't want an environment that's too hot or too cold.
Right.
That's very important. You don't want to drink dairy right before you're using your voice. That can dry it out. So those are all basically tips, and you should have your vocal cords checked. No smoking and drinking to excess.
And Karen, from here on out, we can say, I know her.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me.